What's up? Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored, where we're going to go a whole episode without a technical error today. I think we are. That's going to be our goal.
It's feeling on track.
Right? We've had a pretty good day today. Not too many errors, and this podcast is going to go flawlessly. We haven't been flawless in like a month. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you've never listened to our Uncensored podcast before, we always need to start with a fair warning here, which is what, Jess?
The Uncensored podcast is kind of like close friends on Instagram, where you're just kind of particular on who you share everything with, and that's what Uncensored is for us.
Yeah, so if you're here, you're like a homie, all right? You've made it this deep. You somehow found us through probably a radio show, which may have led you to our social media, which may have led you to our radio show podcast, and now you're on like the dark side. This is like where it gets real. So there might be cuss words, stories that we're not like going to blast out on the radio, and that's kind of what Uncensored is used for. When, if not now, I love the quote, if not now, when? Why do you still have your Christmas tree up? And like, what's the justification? And I'm also kind of curious, if you're hopping on the YouTube show, is Jess the only one still with her Christmas decorations up? I feel like I should play Christmas music beneath you to kind of to set the scene for here. I'll just okay. If you're on YouTube, and you can always watch our show live on Wednesdays-ish, mornings-ish at 10-ish. Hop in this conversation. Anybody still have their Christmas decorations up, or is Jess the only human left? Why?
I think a lot of people have them up, actually.
A lot?
Yeah.
What percentage of people think have taken them down versus left them up?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there's probably... I think there's like 40% of us that still have our Christmas decorations
bro, you're
up.
making that number up.
No,
you don't really believe that. 40%?
I believe.
Charlotte, wait. When I went to your house, but that was like shortly out. It was a couple of weeks ago. Do you guys still have your decorations up?
We just put the tree out the other day because I think we were worried about how long the recycling was, or not the recycling,
the pickup,
yeah.
which it had just ended. Yeah.
But I will say we historically have gone into February. Before.
Into February.
Yeah.
Bro, there's no way it's 40% though. 40% would be astronomically. That means almost half of people. And by the way, this episode's being recorded on the 22nd of January. When does this end?
So I still have my Christmas tree up. I still have all of my Christmas decorations up. Definitely we always leave them up after the new year. And then I think it was like the first week of January passes, and I was like, it still feels awesome. And like Garage Boy 2, both of us are like, we like it. Like it's not feeling wrong. Mm-hmm. So now we're like in, week 2 of January. And at that point, that's when we got the big storm.
Right.
And it felt right.
It felt Christmassy.
It felt Christmassy. And also because Garage Boy's mom sent us Christmas gifts. So we were like, hell yeah. Like our tree was up. We played Christmas music. We're opening our presents, right? And then it's week 3. So this last weekend, we were like, should we take it down? And he was like, I mean, probably. But then here is actually... we think it's like a legitimate reason. There's a possibility where we might switch like storage units in our apartment.
Yeah.
The one that's directly next to our apartment door just opened, and we're like, fuck yeah, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So then Garage Boy was like, do we do it now, or do we wait until the storage opens? Because why would we put the decorations away like hecka down the hall if we're just gonna do it next to the apartment when it opens, which is supposed to be this coming weekend.
Right.
And I was like, you're a smart man.
That's not now that actually makes sense. There would be no reason to put them up and then go pull them back out. But I will tell you this though. Something that both of us love. We love waking up in the morning. Every morning, Garage Boy turns on the tree, and I also have lights under our TV, and he plugs those in. Still.
Every morning he does. So he does it when he gets up, and then they're lit up when I wake up, and both of us just love it. And then on the weekend, when we wake up, we love just sitting on the couch and looking at the lights. So now we're looking at different LED lights that we can put in our living room. Because
to make up for
it,
like a wild ass living room.
I don't know. We're trying to figure out what our vibe's gonna be, because we've discovered. Because what I have on top of our tree is like this star that does this like LED light show on our ceiling that we just love. Like both of us just love it. And we were like, we need a replacement because there's just no, I just think both of us have decided like we're just not going to go back to plain.
Does the LED light show, does that stay up then year round, or is that like a way to transition? Because I feel like Jess loves Christmas, and you know this if you listen to this show, she loves. And you put the decorations up when they've been up for 3 months now.
Long time.
I mean, I think it's been close to 3 months at this point.
I don't count. I don't care.
I do. I do.
I don't care.
So I think it's been around 3 months. So if that's the case, are you going to put these? Is this like like you're weaning off of
No,
Christmas?
no.
The LEDs stay up.
So what we found, and we're going to order them off Amazon to see if we like it. And we would completely change around our entire living room just for these lights. So there's like these. No, I didn't order it yet. We haven't ordered it yet because we want to order it to see if we like it. Because you know, what if it's like not? What if it's like whack? You know.
What if I'm?
So what it looks like is what we found is like these two. It's like these two rods that you can put on the side of your TV. And then, or just two stands. I mean, you can put them wherever, and then they glow and they can change color and shit.
Yep.
But the thing is, though, because I want it to look clean. So if that's the case, like we're gonna have to change some things around and like simplify, which I love because I've been getting rid of shit for the past 3 months. Like I've been trying to like very much just be more minimalistic, and so. I was like, we should just get rid of all of our shit so it looks clean as fuck, and we can put these like rods on the side of the TV, and then it'll glow up the whole living room. So we're gonna order them and see if we like them.
Is it like this? Hang on, I'm showing.
No. So it's like literally like two stands. It's like it just looks like a black rod.
I know what you're talking. I've seen
this. I know what you mean.
And we would put them on the side of our TV, and it looked clean. It'll look dope. And then they have different colors, and then they like change colors during. We haven't ordered them yet, but we're gonna order them to see if we like it.
So it's kind of, if you're watching the YouTube show, I think what you're referring to is something kind of like this, like these two little bars that will like change colors.
So yes, but like it looks better than that.
I just type if you're listening to the show, you can just search like LED light.
Because what we've realized is both of us like to have something, because when we both get up in the dark, and it just makes a difference. Like I think that's why we've kept them up so long, is we just really like, I don't know, like so really makes our morning, to be honest with you.
When you wake up in the morning though and turn these things on, like are they going to be in like crazy? Because like when I've seen these things, is it kind of like this? Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could do.
Kind of like that, yeah.
You could also do like a cute like neon sign, like a custom one.
That's cute. That's cute.
I just got one. Well, actually, I got it for last Christmas, but my dad just finally hung it up for me.
Yeah.
But it like I've been using it like literally every night, and like waking up with.
Doesn't it make a difference?
It gives me such a little boost of serotonin,
dude. Exactly, and like with like all jokes aside. That's literally what it is. Like the lights give us this kind of serotonin before we go to work and on the weekends when we wake up together, that I was just like, why the fuck not?
Well,
like, why wouldn't I do that?
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Where do you stand in the overhead light debate? Because some people feel very strongly about like no overhead lights and having like soft glowy lights instead.
I don't have overhead lights in my place other than like right when you walk in the door. There's one like down the hallway. There's one in the guest area, but like I don't have overhead. Do you have overhead lights?
I think that's why we really like it too, because we don't have a lot of light. During the day we have a lot of windows, so that's really nice. But at night, the only source of light that we have is from the kitchen. So we had to get a little lamp, which we have, but otherwise at night it's like dark.
Yeah,
which I think that's why we like the Christmas lights.
I feel like a light like that first thing in the morning would literally kill me.
Dude, we love it.
Like I would turn it on in my nervous system.
My LED light show is on every single morning when I wake up.
So look at this. Does anybody have one of these, by the way? One of these, if you have one of these LED lights.
That's like kind of the vibe.
Hi, Marcy. Good morning. Hi, good morning. Isabel says that she put up her decorations away a weekend after New Year, and that to me still feels.
My mom put away her stuff literally like the day after we left.
I mean, I think I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or on the radio show. I get angry. Like I don't like to do things after the holidays. For some reason, like irritates me. Like I had even this as simple as having Christmas coffee. I had some K-Pods left over.
Yeah.
I couldn't drink it because I just felt annoyed after the holiday is over. Like I'm done. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to like do anything with it. Like if I put up decorations, they would have to come down. It's honestly one of the reasons why I don't, because I need to travel for 2 weeks, around the holidays. So it's like I don't want to come home and that stuff's still up. Like it's the same with Halloween. Like those decorations, November 1st, pumpkin in the trash can. We're not dealing with it anymore. And I don't know. I wonder why you and I have such different viewpoints on that. Like I don't know why you want to extend it so long, but why I can't stand it. Like I'm fine. Like walking to somebody's house, in my house, your house, whoever's house, decorated for the holidays, great, fine, looks good. December 1st, great. December 24th, great. December 25th, great. December 26th, I feel annoyed instantly, and I don't know why.
If I had a house, I'd have Christmas lights up all year long.
Are you one of those people? And I've always wondered who these people were. Like when you travel and you see those Christmas ornament stores, do you have to stop in like in the middle of July?
Wait, what?
Have you ever seen those Christmas stores? They have stores.
Oh, yes, in New York.
Are literally Christmas all the time.
There's one in St. Michael's, I believe. Is that the one we went to? They're so cute.
It's like literally Christmas. And I always wonder like who is shopping for Christmas stuff like in April? It doesn't make sense to me.
Family.
Would you guys do the same thing?
So we used to go to the Christmas stores on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
We would go there every year.
Yeah.
And my mom had a tradition. This is actually really cute. So she would buy them for us in the summer from that store usually. And she would pick out an ornament each year for me and my sister that like represented that year for us.
That's so cute.
And then we got it on Christmas or like right before.
Did you know what you were getting, or to surprise?
No, she would always get it like while we were like at the beach or doing something else. So like it was very cute. Yeah.
I love that.
Those stores, and they're always packed.
They're always packed.
They're never, because you think you're like,
no, they're always packed.
How can people like this make money?
All year round Christmas stores.
I don't. Are you guys that way? Are you the kind of people that can go like I couldn't, if I walked in there, I'd literally cringe if it just wasn't. If it was hot, I'm sweating. Like I don't want to see Santa if I'm sweating. I just don't want to do it. Marcy on YouTube says that I take my stuff down because it starts to feel like clutter. And I put mine away on New Year's Day. That's true. It does. Like
I wanted to make a video. You guys know those videos have been going around where it's like, imagine talking shit about me, but I'm just blah 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 blah. I want to do a video because like literally me and Garage Boy will just be posted the fuck up, just like snuggling, and we're just looking at our tree, and I'll be like, imagine talking shit on me, and me and my husband are just looking at our Christmas tree like la 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 la. I'm just so thankful that like he's down, like he likes it too.
Imagine if he didn't. Like, how would you guys handle that if you had a partner? And I think we actually talked to somebody on the show, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if you have one person
that's just like anti,
it's like doesn't like example like let's say you and I were dating or married, and like I'm like, yo, first off, we're not putting a damn decoration up a second before the end of Thanksgiving because like that's not how it works. And then the 26th, like we're spending the day clearing all this stuff up. Like that would destroy you.
We just wouldn't be together.
And then vice versa. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't. And I think maybe I need to like talk about this with women early on. Like, how do you Christmas? Like, what's your Christmas vibe?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna like be running all around town, like,
or if they're down, if it's not, I mean, because to me, it's just kind of like he never blocks my shine in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. And I just which I so appreciate. And it's not even a matter of like he lets me do what I want. It's more like he's down, like he participates, like he also loves it. It's the same thing as I feel like I know a lot of people. It's not like that we're different, and it doesn't mean that you and your partner always have to be the same. But on a lot of big things, but like both of us are Disney adults.
Yeah,
both of us are fully.
God.
But I don't think I would end up with someone that I couldn't.
You couldn't.
That I could not. I couldn't. Like if you like to me, like if you're shitting on someone's happiness and they want to wear Disney ears, like get the fuck out of my face.
That'd be tough.
You know, like I will fight you.
But
and
like,
for him, it's just like both. Like he loves to match. He wants us to have like matching shit at Disney. Like I need that.
But
for
now
myself.
Imagine if I met somebody that was like, if I'm like, hey, I like to travel, and they're like, yeah, me too.
They're like Disney World.
I love going to Disney, bro. I would freak out. Like I would freak out. But like this is okay. here's a great question. If you're watching on YouTube and you got a story for this, is there anybody that disagrees on holiday decorations
with their partner?
With if you guys argue over that,
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering how you solve
the compromise,
that dilemma.
There has to be, I would imagine there has to be like, okay, fine, wild the fuck out for Christmas, but like you get one.
That's
maybe.
true. Okay.
Like maybe like
we're not doing 4th of July.
Or if you're a Halloween, like if Halloween is
yeah.
your shit, okay, like pop off, but Christmas time, like by the 26th, it's over.
It's over.
There has to be a compromise where it's like you have to give your person one. You know what I mean?
Right. That seems fair. But then what about, okay, so what if you've got, well, I think about this even with kids. Like I think about, but if one of you, especially, let's just take let's take kids out of the equation. If one of you loves Disney and like going to Disney and going to the parks, and the other one does not, because Disney's expensive. That's not a.
It is true. It's like if that's not something you want to spend money on, how do you convince the other person to put down the investment? Because it is a lot of money.
What do you think you spent going to Disney the last time
for my birthday?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think the difference with that too is like growing up, like legitimately, I spent my entire life never thinking I was going to leave Stockton, but B, literally I thought I was never going to Disney World.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was possible in my life.
All the way across the country. Why would you?
Yeah. Why would I? But when we moved here, both of us were like, when the fuck are we going to Disney World, bro?
In case you don't know, we're in Maryland, which is like nowhere near Disney. Nowhere near Disney.
No, but here's the thing though, but California, bitch, it takes you 8 hours to get somewhere else in the state. So a 3-hour plane flight, sign me the fuck up and take my money.
That's true.
3 hours from here to Florida, absolutely. And we went because both of us are first time, so we're like, we're staying on the fucking property.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I need to get on a shuttle to go to the fucking parks. Yeah. We cashed the fuck out. Yeah, it was crazy. We haven't done anything since.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm guessing that probably cost y'all.
So the flight and then a hotel,
right?
And then the tickets. Thankfully, what was really cool is our friend was working at the time. And he covered a day, like his work covered a day.
Oh, that's good then.
So that was very, very helpful, which is why we went during that time.
That's good then.
So we technically, I think, only paid for 2 days. And then we also used like a family member's, like they got a discount through some card they have. So we paid them to purchase our tickets. So there was like a little workaround, but it was fucking expensive, dude.
I would have to. Those hotels are like fucking $500, $600, $700 a night. I mean, how much were which hotel did you stay at?
It wasn't on. It was still like off. It was on property, but it wasn't like a Disney hotel though. It was like it was like a shuttle kind of situation.
I sadly know a lot about Disney. I don't even know how. I went like a ton as a kid. You know, like as a kid, it was like that was where else are you gonna go? You know, like I don't want to go anywhere else. There's Disney World. There's nowhere else. You know, so I've been to Orlando a lot, but now as an adult, I'm just thinking about like my dad.
Dude, how with 3 kids?
Yeah,
bro?
3 kids. And this obviously Disney prices have like skyrocketed recently, but like still, I mean, if we take cost of living and everything, my dad probably, I mean, for a week down there, we went for a week
because park
every day.
What?
You know,
that's
like
crazy.
That's $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 maybe to go to fucking Orlando. Like that seems wow. Like I just got back from the Virgin Islands. I didn't pay for my flight down there. I used points, but cash I spent $1,800 for a week in the Virgin Islands. I think it would probably cost you double to just go to Disney for like one person. You're gonna spend $3,000 probably per person just for if you were there for like 5 days.
It's crazy.
6 days. It's insane. So I would love to hear that story. If one of you is a Disney adult and the other is not, like how? You know what I mean? Someone's like, I want to go to Maui, and you're like, no.
And they're like, Alani. We can go to Disney Alani, but we're not going to, you want to go.
Bro, even that place is wildly. We used to do radio promos over there, and don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful property. It's an awesome property. I'm not talking shit on it at all. But it's pricey, bro. It's like, I forget the rooms. I don't even want to put a price out there, but it's a lot. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
So what would you do? Let's play hypothetically. Let's say Garage wasn't a Disney adult, right? And you guys are talking about an annual vacation, and he's like, I really want to go to where's somewhere that's like really be boring for you. Like, I want to go to Colorado and hike the Rockies.
I do want to go to Colorado at some point, but I'm going with the bit. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and like, that's like where he wants to go.
Yeah.
But like, you guys, if you do that, you can't go to Disney for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Who wins that?
You have to take turns.
Ugh.
I really would. Like, I think it's just, dude, it was the same thing with the Christmas thing when he wanted to get like a new TV.
Oh yeah.
And it's either we were going to get a new TV or we were going to do like a Christmas weekend in National Harbor, because like that was our joint gift, where it's like I very much was like, if you want the TV, we can get the TV. Like, it's up to you, because we went to National Harbor last year. Like, you know what I mean?
You're telling me you have to make compromises in relationships.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. That's how we figure out what we're going to eat, like every day. What do you mean?
Is there somewhere that he, or something he likes to eat that you don't like to eat? Is there anything you guys have to like?
Oh no! Thank God.
On the same page?
He's told me, he was like, I feel like if we didn't eat the same, I don't know if we'd be together. He straight up said that to me, and I know that man is so fucking serious when he says that. Food is so fucking important to him.
Well, yeah, for all of us.
I know it's
right?
true. It's like that's all we do.
Well, now imagine me. If everyone's like, oh, why are you single? Why are you single? I mean, this is gonna be a tough venture. Like, I gotta find somebody that at least will go eat vegan. Like, even if you're not like 100%, like I need you to really own,
or just
some
places.
veganism.
Well, no, I think it's just I just feel like I think you need to be open too, whereas like if they're not vegan, you guys can find a place that has vegan options.
I don't know.
In this city, you really can.
I don't know that I'm willing to compromise like that. I don't know. That's the funny thing about being single for so long, though. You're like, that sounds terrible. Okay, let's talk about how delusional men are for a second. Yes. I saw this headline, and I saved this for the podcast. I haven't read it yet. Did you read this article yet?
No. Okay. Because I did. It does not pique my interest at all whatsoever.
So if this is the headline: straight men, out of 1,000 single women your age, how many would be attracted to you? Haven't read this. We need to read this together next, because I think guys are going to be probably way overshooting this. Okay, that's the headline. Straight men, out of 1,000 single women your age, how many would be attracted to you? Y'all, if you listen to the show long enough, you know I'm single. It's funny. Charlotte and I have actually had like side conversations about this, about like, was it today? We were talking about like any waiter that smiles.
Oh, we were talking
they
about
must like me. They must totally be like, if a woman's nice to me, is she into me? Maybe she's into me, because I don't know.
Like, just assuming service workers like you,
right?
Just doing their job.
Just you're paying them for to do their work. I'm like, do you have a crush on me because you're being very nice to me?
Why is this girl so much nicer to me? Like when she's working,
right?
Like, wow.
Well,
buddy, do I've got an answer for you?
Yeah. Before we get into this article, and I'll have you actually read the answer. But what do you think? What do you think that
I
answer
don't even have it open.
Is out of 1,000 women who are the same age as this person, how many women do you think is actually attracted to single men out of 1,000? Jess, what would your guess be?
3.
3,
maybe.
God, I hope it's not that.
What
low.
Is this like? Just like the average guy? We're assuming?
Yeah, the average straight man. We're only doing straight men here. That's what the article is talking about. And you guys on YouTube can talk about this too, because I think men and women's perspective is going to be really, really funny. Jess says 3. I had a number in my head before you even gave one. Charlotte, single woman out in this world. How would you answer this question? Out of 1,000 single women for men, how many of them would actually be attracted to these single men, you think?
Like 5 to 10, maybe? Like maybe 20 if we're getting crazy. But you got to think about, like, there's so many factors. Like,
I'm also, when we talk about this, I'm putting it into like, I'm not thinking of a show where like it's specifically these women are asking themselves if they're attracted to this man. I'm really thinking about it in real life.
Right.
And the reason why my answer is 3 is because I feel like men assume that women are like living their life looking at them. And the answer is we're not.
Right.
So that's why my answer is low, because a female is just trying to live.
Yes. And I will say we I'll speak for myself, but I think a lot of guys have this problem is sometimes we miss the signals between being nice. I've gotten way better at it because I have a lot of female friends. And so I'm kind of able to tell what we are pretty quick. I can decipher within about 10 minutes, are we friends or is this romantic? And I would say I get it right maybe 80% of the time. Still there's loopholes I don't get. I understand.
But see that I think that is a perfect example right there where like every conversation a woman is having with a man, she's not thinking in her mind if I want to fuck him or not.
No, I know.
Like she's
where
she's
men,
literally asking you where the peas are in aisle 4.
And by peas, you mean that's short for penis.
Oh my God.
So if I had to give an answer, and let me check YouTube. What do you guys think that answer is to? What do you think the answer is? Put a number in your head. Out of 1,000 single women, how many are actually attracted to men? My number would have been about 200. I would say one, because to me that's.
Sorry.
I think 1 in 5 women is probably attracted to me. I think if I had to think about it, one in 5.
Are you a narcissist or is that just how men think?
1 in 5. I mean, if I'm being serious,
Are all men just like narcissistic
I feel like
fuck?
I feel like we need another man in this conversation because to me, 1 in 5, I would assume would be attracted to me. Now, that's not saying they're trying to date me or sleep with me or whatever, but when I assume, and that to me, it's still a pretty relatively low number. That's a relatively no, like 1 in 5 people actually being physically or whatever attracted to you. That still sounds low. Like I was trying to be realistic and be like, well, I mean, it's not definitely not majority.
Are you really swiping yes on 1 in 5 people?
We'll have to read the article. I really want to stay ignorant to this because I wanted to see the difference between. I don't know how they did this study. So
I'm gonna tell you, Kramer, you fell in the 15% of straight men who thought it would be 100 to 200 people.
Okay. All right. Why don't we get into this survey now and let's see how Marcy, by the way, says 5 to 10-ish women total,
right.
not percent. Out of 1,000,
she said people.
One that's what's that? 1%? I think that's 1%.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the question is asking straight men, if you walk into a room with 1,000 single women, how many of them do you think would be attracted to you? 42% said between 1 and 25 of the women.
Wow. So majority?
That's the majority. 1 in 25 of the women.
Wow. Okay.
You fell into 15% of the.
That's the next one?
study. No, that's 4 down.
Oh, okay.
So the next would be 24% said between 26 and 74 of them.
Okay.
And then you also didn't fall into this category. 10% said between 75 and 99 of them.
Okay.
You fell into the second highest, which is 100 to 200 of them. That's 15%. 14% said it would be more than 200 of the 1,000. Wow.
Yeah. I don't think it's more than 200.
So
I literally, I would have said, but now I'm wondering, this is kind of an unfair conversation with only having one guy here. Let me see if we can call Tom. I'm trying to think who else I know that would be available right now.
I think you should call Stone.
Or Hassan.
Stone. I can try. Let me see.
We could also.
I just don't want to call him blindly.
Why?
Yo, can we?
No, you absolutely should
call you. Just because I don't want to if he's at a job site.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
if he's working
he's
for
a real
real
job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You on the podcast right now.
I don't want to ask Tom.
Who can we ask? Who's another straight man? Greg Carpenter.
Please ask Greg.
I'm gonna ask Greg this. Hey, can we call you on the pod? Do you want to explain who Greg is?
Greg is Greg hosts 1019 morning show with our friend Gina, Greg and Gina.
And he's the most wholesome.
And he's down the hall. Greg is literally one of the kindest humans I've ever encountered in my lifetime.
Yeah. If Mr. Rogers was real and younger, it would be Greg Carpenter.
It's Greg.
Very pleasant. I don't think he's ever done a bad thing in his life.
He's just a pure, kind human being.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's actually gonna get back to us though, so we may not be able
But
to.
Greg is also doing a lot of shit right now.
What's Dave up to?
Dave would be angry at this conversation.
That's why I want Dave.
That's why I want to ask Dave too.
We can try.
What about do I have Jeff's number?
Yeah, ask Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff
Jeff that went to
in
my high
sales.
school.
Oh, okay.
I like Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious of what asking other straight men that question, because I thought 200 was like, I'm going to be modest and say 200.
I have his number. You want me to text him?
Perfect. I was gonna say, I think I just have his email.
We'll give it like 2 minutes, and then if not, we're gonna have to wrap this episode up. Does that number surprise anybody? That does 1 to 50 sound right to you guys? Because Jess, you said 3.
I said 3,
which is abnormal. Did they say, by the way, what the answer was?
What do you mean?
Did they say like actually what the answer, like out of?
No,
I didn't know they did like a study of like how many they actually did it. So that was just a hypothetical question.
Yes.
We don't have any science on that. But I would say, oh man, I think that's way too low.
I just feel like
maybe someone of my attractiveness would be different. You know what I mean?
When I saw this headline, I immediately rolled my eyes and I was like, I'm not talking about this.
Oh,
Because
totally
this,
talking
I
about
think that's, again, I think that just shows the difference in men and women.
But
Is like that irritated me. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to even entertain this conversation because I think it's dumb.
Why is that dumb? I think that's super interesting.
No,
like the
because-
difference between men and women is so fascinating to me. And I think it should be interesting for a woman. I think that you should understand that like this is what's going through men's head.
We know.
Like we literally,
but that's the thing. That's
we
the gag.
literally think.
But that's the gag, is we know that's why it makes it even more
Well,
irritating.
Let me ask you the question. I mean, you shouldn't be irritated. We should be able to talk about the difference between men and women without getting irritated. If that's a problem.
No, we can talk about it, but it can still irritate me. And I talk
don't know
about
if I
things
agree with
that I'm irritated about all the time.
You're allowed to be irritated by Christmas decor. I think she's allowed to be irritated.
So
and I think that's also, that could even be a bigger conversation. Women are irritated all the time. Like we have to entertain these kind of conversations in real life all the fucking time. It's a part of us living.
Flipping that around, if you walked into a room with 1,000 single guys your age, what percentage of them would you think, or what number of was it percentage or number? It was number. What number of those men do you think would actually be attracted to you?
So I would like to explain something to you. Walking around and having men look at you is uncomfortable because of the way they look at you. And I think that's why when I see this headline and the conversation is different, is because men look at women all the time and it's like alarming. Like it is like you're on guard because a lot of men are creepy. I'm not saying all or anything like that, but I'm telling you
there?
Because it is there.
We didn't say out of 1,000 creepy men. We
No,
just
no,
said
no.
out of men are going to find you attractive. You find men attractive.
But I'm telling you right now, every single day, and I'm not trying to take it there. I'm just explaining to you what my true reality is so you can understand where we're coming from seriously. Every single day, whether if I'm at the gym or if I go to the grocery store, like I am made to feel uncomfortable in some kind of way by a man because of the way he's looking at me, or because of he makes some kind of comment to me when I walk by, whether that's I'm grocery shopping or I'm crossing the street or something like that. So that's why it's very, very different. And I'm not trying to turn it. I'm just being completely honest with you.
But it's fine. That's fine.
I'm not turning it. Dude, I'm allowed to be honest with you,
totally,
and I'm sharing with you my perspective because that is something women experience every day.
But the point is you can still walk into a room and see somebody and think that they're attractive with nothing else going on. I don't know why we had to jump from like 1 to 100.
No, dude, because I'm just telling you, Charlotte, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I think because you're saying it's like a fun hypothetical for men, whereas for women, this just is
like, what it is.
Because like as someone like I was catcalled for the first time and like scared for the first time when I was like 9 years old trying to walk somewhere with a friend. So it's like, I think I think two things can be true at once. I think this can be a fun and interesting psychological what if.
Yeah.
But I think we also can hold space.
Yeah.
For the fact that
that it's like not always fun, and it's very much true. And that's what I'm saying. Like I hear what you're saying and I'm acknowledging what you're saying. And I'm just explaining to you like why it's not, I'm just like, ew, like just explaining that to you, giving you my perspective. Cause like, that's how it feels.
And I think also maybe we're a little bit on edge right now. Cause like there's so much. I mean, like, for example, on Meta, we just lost like protections about talking about women. So I think we're all a little like, ugh, right now, you know?
I just think in this safe space, we should be able to talk about this kind of
Mhm.
stuff without pointing fingers. I like that.
Dude, okay, that's actually
I don't think she's pointing a finger at
I
you.
am not pointing fingers at all whatsoever. I'm literally trying to explain to you a different perspective that you don't
Totally
have.
fine.
And that's a part of our job.
Totally fine.
So for you
Totally
to
fine.
shit on me,
I'm not shitting on you at all.
then I'm okay.
I'm just I asked you a question. We still haven't answered the question, and I was trying to keep it light, but for some reason we had to go heavy with it. And
It's okay.
I think because none of it
All right.
feels light right now.
maybe
'Cause,
No,
like,
not
last
even. I
night-
wasn't even trying to take it there. I'm literally sharing my opinion, and because it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, now that's the wrong way, and now it's getting turned a different way. Like that's insane to me.
We just didn't answer the question, so that's fine. We don't have to answer the question.
No, but like, I think this is a really important conversation though, because like, there's probably like young boys that watch this and like look up to you, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I do think it is important for you to like be like, Jess, I hear you.
Totally, 100%. I
Like,
do.
Yeah.
I do, but I didn't come into the conversation.
Jeff is working from home. LOL.
But
And-
I don't want you to
JK.
feel attacked. Like,
It just I don't know. I just felt it's fine. We're
like
done.
I do have a number. Oh, okay.
Go ahead. What's your number?
I was gonna say at least 100.
I'd say that's probably fair.
But
I would say probably more. I would say
but I don't wanna
probably
sound
more.
cocky.
I would. That's why I said 200.
Can you guys go hug?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
I just didn't expect it to go that way. It's fine. All right, we're good for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Jess, where we find you?
Just do it. JESSDUITT on all platforms.
Charlotte, if you don't know her yet, you should get to know her. She's fun. Where do we find you?
I'm at PTSD Diva.
And I'm that guy Kramer, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. See you. What's up? What's up? Isn't this? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored, where we're gonna go a whole episode without a technical error today. I think we are. That's gonna be our goal.
It's feeling on track.
Right? We've had a pretty good day today. Not too many errors, and this podcast is gonna go flawlessly. We haven't been flawless in like a month. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you've never listened to our Uncensored podcast before, we always need to start with a fair warning here, which is what, Jess?
The Uncensored podcast is kind of like close friends on Instagram, where you're just kind of particular.
To go.
Yeah,
But like you
being important to him.
well, yeah, no, men are for a second. I
Yes.
saw this headline, Disney adult, and
What?
like
But we're not going to. You want to go.
bro, even that place is wildly. We used to do radio promos over there, and don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful property. It's an awesome property. I'm not talking shit on it at all. Hike the Rockies. I want to go to Colorado. What's that? Compromises in relation. See that you don't like to eat. You guys have to like.
being important to him.
Well, yeah.
In this
I don't-
city,
I-
you really can.
I don't know that I'm willing to go. Okay, that's the headline. Straight men. Okay, that's the headline.
I do have a number. Oh, okay.
Go ahead. What's your number?
I was gonna say at least.
Kramer, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. See you. See you. And we will see you guys next week. Bye. Okay, that's the headline. Straight men, out of 1,000 single women your age, how many? I other straight men that question. Oh,
There's a possibility. All we do. all we do.
Well,
That's
now
all we
imagine.
do.
So imagine me. If you everyone's like, "Oh, why are you single? Why are you single?" I'm. What? Before we get into this article, and just I'll have you listen. 3
Maybe.
to go.
Yeah.
The other is $1,800. Cost you double. Story. If one you're like that place is wildly. We used to do radio promos over there, and don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful. Let's say garage wasn't. Oh, and then
You know, and
he likes to eat that you don't like to eat. Is there anything you guys have to like?
oh no,
You
thank
guys on
God.
the same page?
He told me, he was like, I feel like if we didn't eat the same, I don't know if we'd be together.
I
And I was,
know.
he straight up said that to me, and I know that man is so fucking serious when he says that. Food is so fucking important to him.
Well, yeah, it's a tough venture. Like I can't. How delusional men. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, that's the headlines. Oh, hi. Are we still here? What's up? All right, I'm gonna go down. Bye.